How's it going, guys? I want to talk today about why when I do cable curls, I prefer to do them lying down. And no, it's not just because I'm lazy. I actually have a pretty good reason for why I like to do them this way. It started quite a while back. I tried them out for the first time just because my low back was fatigued from a previous heavy squat or deadlift session. I can't remember which. And I could tell going into cable curls that was going to be more of a limiting factor than I wanted it to be. So I just decided I'll try laying down. That'll take the pressure off the low back, having to brace and stabilize through the curls, and see how it goes. And I love it. I think it works great. I immediately feel a really good connection to the biceps. I'm able to push them incredibly hard. All the tension's there where I want it, and I don't feel any of that, bracing or stabilizing or any outside fatigue in the low back or upper back for that matter being a limiting factor. And the only thing I want being a limiting factor on my bicep work is my biceps. So that's why I tried them out, and they've been a staple ever since. I really like them a lot. And a few reasons why I think that these might even be superior to just a normal standing cable curl, which is obviously still great, but I think this might have some benefits on it, is it's very similar to if you were doing barbell curls standing against a wall. That's a pretty old school method of keeping really strict form and really locked in, making sure you don't have anything else coming into the movement. Well, that's just going to happen by default on the lying cable curl while you're lying on the ground. Your back's against the ground, you're locked in. It's a lot harder to get sloppy with the form on this. So it kind of helps keep you on check of making sure that your form is looking good and you're getting the work where you want it to be. I pretty much do this for any sort of cable curl that I'm doing, whether it's normal underhand cable curls focusing more on the biceps, or my reverse curls as well. I do a good bit of those focusing on the forearms here. Same thing, just lying on the floor. And it works really well for all the reasons that I mentioned before. You could do these single arm as well. That's not really a variation I do much on this. So when I'm setting up, the only thing that I would say to make sure of form-wise is I like to put my feet right against the base of whatever I'm doing the cable curls from, which for me is from the cross member of my rack. For some of you guys, it might be on more of a traditional cable system. Any sort of high or low cable pulley is typically going to have some part for you to put your feet on, whether it's flat or whatever. I just find that locks you in a little bit better, keeps you stable throughout the movement. Especially if you're going fairly heavy on these, you don't want to be sliding across the floor with each rep. So I always put my feet against the surface like that, brace myself a little bit. And as far as some of you guys who might not be doing this in a home gym, I know it could potentially feel a little weird lying down to do cable curls in a public gym. If you're in a smaller gym and there's not that much space, maybe just stay standing. But if you're in a normal commercial gym that's got plenty of room and the cable's available, I wouldn't worry about it. One, no one's paying attention to what you're doing, and two, I guarantee there's a lot dumber things being done in a public gym than lying down to do cable curls. So I would absolutely give these a shot. I think that they're really great. Like I said, they keep it strict, they keep the tension exactly where you want, really blasting the biceps. And this has been a staple in mine for a while, and I think it's been working really well. So another thing that I did want to highlight before signing off is the grip that you see me using for my cable curls here. This is a grip that I found on Amazon for not that expensive. I'll link it, maybe throw a screenshot up of the exact one. But as you can see, it's allowing me to attach D handles to it at any width that I want. They fully rotate through the movements. I think for this movement, cable curls, this grip is excellent. I use it every time I do cable curls. It just allows the wrist to kind of articulate through that supination and pronation to whatever feels best for your mobility at the wrist. And I find that I can just get a really good squeeze at the top as I supinate into it a little extra. The wrists feel really good as I get down into that stretch. Whereas in the past, I've had some issues on more of a fixed bar. This just completely negates that. So would highly recommend this if you're looking to do cable curls a little bit differently. I think this grip is awesome. I'm not affiliated with whoever makes this by any means. I just found it for cheap on Amazon and thought I'd give it a shot. I was intending to use it more for lat pulls, but I really found myself using it mainly for this. So would highly recommend that grip if you want to give that a shot. So Anyway, these are my reasons for why I like to take the lazy way and lay down when I'm doing cable curls. Give it a shot. Tell me what you think, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks.